On the African savanna, venom is a death sentence. One bite can erase an entire life. And most creatures understand this. But the honey badger walks into that danger zone. It's not immune, but it's evolved to survive after falling. Wild Africa: How Honey Badgers Survive Venom. The African savanna under afternoon sun. A small creature digs near the base of an acacia tree, black and white contrasting back, moving slowly and seemingly harmless. This is the honey badger, one of the most misunderstood animals on the planet. The internet calls them the most fearless creatures in the world, immune to venom. But the truth is far more complex. Honey badgers aren't immortal. They're not completely immune to venom. They simply resist it better than most animals. This is the story of a creature living amid constant danger, about how they survive not through supernatural powers, but through intelligent biological adaptations. Popular belief suggests honey badgers can eat venomous snakes with absolutely no harm, and many viral videos make them look invincible. The truth is, honey badgers can be seriously affected by snake venom, because they only have partial resistance, not complete immunity, as many people mistakenly believe. Research shows that when bitten by venomous snakes, honey badgers typically lose consciousness for 2 to 5 hours, not able to stand up and continue fighting immediately, as legend suggests. What's remarkable is their recovery ability, because while most animals of similar size might die within minutes, honey badgers can still survive and recover. The secret lies in special protein structures in their blood, with molecules that can bind to venom, slowing its spread and reducing critical damage. However, this mechanism isn't perfect, because if the venom dose is too large or if bitten multiple times, honey badgers can still die. And this has been documented. So why do honey badgers still dare to attack venomous snakes? The answer isn't because they're immune, but because they have multiple layers of defense beyond venom resistance. The first line of defense is thick skin. A honey badger's skin is about 6 millimeters thick, 3 times thicker than most mammals of similar size. Snake fangs struggle to penetrate. Not only thick, this skin is also extremely loose. When a snake bites, the honey badger can twist within its own skin to counterattack, like turning inside a loose coat. The second line of defense is thick, coarse fur. It creates an additional barrier between fangs and skin. Often snakes bite only fur without reaching skin. The third line of defense is attack tactics. Honey badgers don't confront head-on. They attack the snake's head, the most dangerous area, to control it from the start. The honey badger's long, sharp claws are strong enough to rip a snake's head from its body. Once the head is controlled, the rest of the snake can't counterattack effectively. But even with all these defenses, honey badgers don't always win. If bitten in a critical spot, they still pay the price. Researchers in the Kalahari documented a case where a honey badger lay unconscious for nearly 4 hours after being bitten by a cobra. During that time, they're completely vulnerable. Lions, leopards, or hyenas could easily kill a honey badger in this state. Venom resistance is useless against other threats when the body is immobilized. But if lucky enough to survive the dangerous period, the honey badger will wake up. Often they'll continue eating the very snake that bit them, as if nothing happened. This behavior isn't because honey badgers are stubborn or stupid. It's a survival strategy. Snakes are a valuable protein source in an environment where food is scarce. Honey badgers don't just face venomous snakes. They also raid honeybee hives, enduring hundreds of stings. But once again, they're not immune to bee venom. Thick skin and dense fur help reduce the number of stings reaching the skin. But many stings still succeed. Honey badgers swell, suffer pain, but don't give up. The reason they accept this risk is that beehives contain honey and bee larvae, extremely high sources of energy and protein in the arid savanna. This is a precious meal. So are honey badgers truly fearless? Not exactly. They calculate risk like any other animal, but their threshold for acceptable risk is higher because they have multiple defensive layers. Research shows honey badgers still avoid snakes that are too large or situations too dangerous. They're not recklessly foolish. They only take risk when chances of success are high. Average lifespan of honey badgers in the wild is only about 7 to 8 years, much lower than other carnivores of similar size. Risk has its price. In early 2026, honey badgers are still common in many African regions. But habitat loss and conflicts with livestock farmers are increasing. Farmers often kill honey badgers because they dig burrows near livestock pens and steal chickens. But honey badgers play crucial roles in controlling venomous snakes and insects. Honey badgers teach us that strength doesn't come from being immune to danger. It comes from having enough tools to face danger and recover afterward. They're not immortal superheroes. They're scarred warriors, surviving through a combination of biological adaptation, intelligent tactics, and a bit of luck. In the natural world, nothing is completely immune. There are only creatures that know how to live with danger, accept risks, and continue to exist. The first rays of dawn shine down on the Serengeti grasslands. A new day begins at the heart of Africa. Here, millions of creatures coexist in a complex ecological network, where predator and prey, strong and weak, intertwine their fates. But not all make their living by strength. Some have chosen another path, the path of opportunists. This is the story of Africa's most notorious thieves, those who survive on the fruits of others' labor. Spotted hyenas, crocuta, can reach weights up to 70 kilograms, living in clans ranging from 10 to 80 individuals. With the strongest jaws among African carnivores. But 80% of their food comes from scavenging. They track other hunters like leopards and cheetahs, patiently waiting for the right opportunity. Spotted hyena's tactic is patience. One hyena may lose, but the whole clan is different. Numbers are weapons. Their calls echo across grasslands, summoning teammates. A leopard just brought down a stray antelope and prepares to drag prey up a tree, but it's too late. The hyena clan appears and surrounds, not attacking directly, but just patiently waiting, creating continuous psychological pressure. The leopard gradually exhausts and must make a choice: abandon prey or face the entire clan. Finally, survival instinct prevailed. Within just 2 minutes, the antelope carcass completely disappears. Meat, skin, and bones all consumed. This is not cruelty, but survival efficiency. African wild dogs, like Caon pictus, currently number only about 6,000 individuals in the wild and are classified as endangered. Unlike hyenas, they are professional hunters with hunt success rates up to 80%, highest among terrestrial carnivores. However, when opportunity presents, they're also ready to steal prey, especially when lions have eaten their fill and left. Speed is the key advantage. They rush in quickly, take remaining portions, and retreat before other rivals can react. Black-backed jackals, Canis mesomelas, are much smaller and lighter than other carnivores at only about 10 kilograms, but compensate with high intelligence and flexibility. They live in pairs or small groups, not strong enough to confront directly, so choose another strategy: waiting in shadows. Night is their activity time, when large hunters rest. They silently approach, searching for leftovers. A bone fragment, a bit of meat, not much, but enough to sustain life. That's the survival art of the small. In African skies exists another opportunist group: vultures, distant relatives of eagles, African white-backed vultures, Gyps africanus, with wingspans up to 2.5 meters and vision about 8 times stronger than humans, allowing them to detect carcasses from altitudes up to 4,000 meters. They don't hunt, but soar in the air, patiently observing all movements below. When an animal falls, vultures are the first to notice. They swoop down quickly, in numbers up to dozens, even hundreds. The scene is not beautiful, but necessary. They clean the savanna, prevent disease spread, a role no species can replace. Beneath the water surface, another opportunist waits. Nile crocodile, Crocodilus niloticus. Bodies up to 6 meters long, weighing nearly 1 ton and living over 100 years, they're considered living fossils, existing from over 200 million years ago. Possessing the strongest bite force among terrestrial creatures, but crocodiles aren't just active hunters. They also track other predators. When a leopard brings down an antelope near the riverbank, that could be a fatal mistake. In an instant, it lunges, yanking prey into water. The leopard can only stand stunned as the meal disappears before its eyes. Underwater, crocodiles perform the death roll. Violent spinning to tear prey into pieces. Efficient, brutal, but true to survival nature. And then there are lions, Panthera leo, often called kings of the savanna. But even kings have secrets. Lionesses are the main hunters, bringing back up to 80% of the pride's food. But the question is, who eats first? Male lions, weighing nearly double lionesses. They approach, push lionesses aside, and eat first. Privilege of the strong. This is not cruelty, but biological order. Male lions defend territory, face other rivals, and need large energy sources to survive. However, in many cases, male lions are also true opportunists. They don't hunt directly, but wander, seeking the right moment. A cheetah just brought down an antelope, the fastest land animal, but after the chase, it's nearly exhausted. A male lion smells blood and steps out from grass. The cheetah recognizes danger, but it's too late to flee. No confrontation. The cheetah must abandon hours of hunting effort while the lion claims victory without fighting. That's the savanna's law. Size determines power. But the cycle doesn't stop. When lions eat their fill and leave, others successively appear. Hyenas return. Wild dogs approach. From above, vultures swoop down. Jackals sneak in shadows. Each species takes its share. Nothing is wasted. Every bone, every piece of skin, every drop of blood has value and is utilized. Finally, only dried bloodstains remain on grass. The next day, grass will grow green again. The cycle continues. No winners, no losers. That's how the African savanna operates. No fairness or right and wrong, only survival and ability to seize opportunities. Hyenas, wild dogs, jackals, vultures, crocodiles, and lions all are opportunists and all are survivors. In this ecosystem, no role is small. Each species assumes a specific function, from hunter to cleaner. All are necessary. Yet, in the past 3 decades, African vulture numbers have dropped up to 80%. Hyenas gradually lose habitat. Wild dogs number only about 6,000 individuals in the wild. In 2026, humanity stands at a crossroads. Protect these so-called thieves, or lose the entire system they maintain. Each opportunist has a role. Each behavior has a function. They don't steal, they recycle, they regulate, they keep life continuing. The African savanna, where rules are written by nature, where each creature finds ways to survive in its own way. Some call them thieves, some call them opportunists, but nature doesn't judge. Nature only maintains balance. And in that balanced state, these thieves hold an irreplaceable role. Not heroes or villains, simply part of life. Because on this land, there's only one truth. To survive, sometimes you must hunt, sometimes you must wait, and sometimes you just need to appear at the right moment. This is Africa, where each day is a survival lesson, where opportunists also become teachers, teaching about adaptation, patience, and the art of existence. And in that lesson, there's a message for humanity. In nature, there are no bad guys, only creatures trying to live by any means possible. Therefore, when mentioning Africa's thieves, remember they don't steal, they survive. And that very survival has kept Africa forever vibrant. From grasslands to rivers, from ground to sky, each ecosystem layer has guardians, cleaners, and creatures recycling life. Africa, land of wonders, where each creature, whether large or small, hunter or thief, has a role in life's grand symphony. Dawn stretches across the Serengeti grasslands. Here, life and death intertwine with every breath of nature. The African plains are home to the planet's most magnificent animals. Elephants, giraffes, and thousands of antelopes share this land. But this is also the kingdom of predators. Leopards hide in the bushes. Hyenas lurk in the shadows. And above all, the lion, Panthera leo, the sole king of these plains. This is a mature male, about 8 years old, the peak period of strength and power. His dark golden brown mane is a sign of age and experience. Each scar tells a story of battle. His territory spans nearly 10 square kilometers, enough to sustain the entire pride. Three years ago, he won this position. He defeated the weakened old male in a battle that lasted all night. His pride consists of 5 females and 7 cubs. They depend entirely on his ability to protect them. Unlike other cat species, lions live in prides, a complex social structure with clear hierarchy. The females are the primary hunters. They coordinate hunts with sophisticated techniques passed down through generations. The male's role is protection, protecting the pride from intruding males and other threats. Every day he patrols the territorial boundaries, marking with urine and clawing trees. His roar carries up to 5 kilometers, a declaration of power sent to all adversaries. The old king has ruled this territory for 3 years, but today, the atmosphere suddenly becomes unusually tense. He has led the pride through many harsh dry seasons, defending every inch of territory with his absolute authority. However, in nature, silence is often a harbinger of an approaching storm, threatening the peace of the entire dynasty. From afar, 2 young male lions are closing in. They are nomads, coveting this fertile territory. An alliance of 2 young individuals creates superior military strength, targeting the old king whose vitality is gradually depleting. A direct confrontation is inevitable when these strangers want to possess both the females and the territory. The 2 young males appear from the other side. Their manes are still sparse, but their muscles are already bursting with vitality. The king has no choice. Not confronting means surrendering. Surrendering means losing everything. The coup begins. The two young battle erupts fiercely amid thick clouds of dust. Swipes carrying thousands of kilograms of force determine the fate of the entire pride of females. The old king understands clearly. This is an unwinnable battle. Continuing to fight is only suicide. He retreats. The most difficult decision in a king's life. The two young males don't pursue. They have achieved their goal. The territory is now theirs. His pride is no longer his. The females will accept the new kings. This is the law of nature. No sentiment, no eternal loyalty, only survival. Leaving the safe zone, the former king now faces extreme loneliness and the persistent grip of hunger and thirst. Without collective hunting support from the females, a solitary male's success rate in taking down large prey decreases by up to 3 times. Survival instinct forces him to change tactics, targeting smaller objectives he previously disdained. Nature always seeks balance. The fall of a legend will give way to new life forces emerging more powerfully. A glorious life closes in silence. Old footprints will eventually be erased by sand and dust, but the royal majesty remains. A new dynasty has been established. The Savannah begins a new cycle under the rule of young and ferocious kings. As dawn paints the Savannah golden, the lionesses silently stalk and use the terrain to tighten the circle around their prey. Above, vultures soar like harbingers of death. Sharp senses help them detect meals from kilometers away. Although zebras have wide vision, the skill of hiding in tall grass helps lions close the distance invisibly. The chase breaks out. Lions use powerful muscle systems to unleash maximum anaerobic energy to quickly close in on the target. The decisive pounce. The lion digs retractable claws into the opponent's flank, using body weight to bring down the prey. The finishing move is executed with a bite to the trachea, causing suffocation, asserting the position of ruler through perfect hunting technique. However, the smell of blood quickly attracts spotted hyenas. They can locate protein sources from kilometers away thanks to their keen sense of smell. Eerie laughter rings out as hyenas gather in large numbers, beginning harassment tactics to compete for the lion's meal. The battle for protein erupts fiercely. In nature, this phenomenon of scavenging is an inevitable part of survival strategy. The lionesses try to protect the prey for their cubs, but the hyena pack, with strict matriarchal discipline, is gradually gaining the upper hand. Hyenas use jaws with bite force up to 1100 psi to tear apart the zebra carcass, dragging away the most nutritious parts. With an extremely strong digestive system, hyenas can consume both bones and hide, ensuring not a scrap of food is wasted uselessly. The savanna regains its inherent peace under the sunset. The cycle of life and death completes another cycle. The Serengeti plains continue to turn. The new kings will grow old. New young ones will mature. The battle for power never ends. But within that spiral, each individual plays their role. The old king is now a witness, testifying to nature's immutable law. The strong replace the weak, the new replace the old. But in that harshness, there is a unique beauty, the beauty of life that never gives up. On the African grasslands, each rising day is a new opportunity, and each sunset is a reminder. Nothing lasts forever. Africa, a continent of extremes, where life and death intertwine with each season. The dry season is coming, and an entire world is about to change. For 6 months, rain nearly disappears. Temperatures exceed 40 degrees Celsius. Rivers once full are now reduced to mere puddles. This is the greatest survival challenge of the year. The savanna stretches thousands of square kilometers. This is home to over 1,000 species of mammals, from tiny creatures to giants. All depend on water. But water sources are depleting rapidly. And as the drought becomes severe, the line between life and death grows thinner than ever. Acacia trees are symbols of the savanna. They have evolved over millions of years to survive in these harsh conditions. Their roots can reach depths of 40 meters to find groundwater. The baobab tree, also called Africa's water bottle, can store up to 120,000 liters of water in its trunk. Its thick bark helps retain moisture throughout the long dry season. Savanna grass doesn't die, it only sleeps. Leaves droop down, green fades to golden brown. They wait, conserving every drop of water until the rains return. Some tree species even shed all their leaves to reduce water evaporation. This isn't death. This is a survival strategy deeply encoded in their genes. When water sources dry up, the world's greatest animal migration begins. Over 1.5 million wildebeest, Conocades taurinus, along with 250,000 zebras, set off. They move by inherited instinct, following the direction of rain. An 800-kilometer journey. No map, no compass. Only intuition and collective memory passed down through generations. Wildebeest can smell rain from over 50 kilometers away. They can run at speeds of 80 km/h when necessary. But this journey demands enormous energy. Zebras are perfect companions. They eat different grass than wildebeest, reducing competition. Black and white stripes aren't just for camouflage, but also help regulate body temperature. Not everyone can migrate. The old, weak, or young fall behind. In nature, cruelty isn't intentional. It's simply reality. The African elephant, Loxodonta africana, is the largest land animal on Earth, weighing up to 6 tons. But their strength doesn't lie in size alone. Elephants have remarkable memory. They remember the locations of waterholes that persist through multiple dry seasons. Herds are led by older females, carrying a lifetime of accumulated knowledge. When finding a dry riverbed, elephants begin their work. Using feet and trunks, they dig deep into the sand, creating waterholes. Groundwater slowly seeps up. These waterholes don't just serve elephants. After elephants drink and leave, dozens of other species will arrive. An adult elephant drinks up to 200 liters of water daily. They also consume up to 150 kilograms of vegetation. During the dry season, elephants can walk over 30 kilometers each day to find enough food and water. The dry season isn't a disaster for everyone. For carnivores, this is the best hunting season of the year. Scarce water sources become mandatory meeting points for prey. African lions, Panthera leo, are social hunters. Females work in groups, coordinating closely. Average weight 130-180 kilo. Maximum speed 80 km/h in short bursts. They choose positions near water sources, lying still in the shade. Patient, unhurried. Waiting for prey, exhausted and off guard after days without water. An ambush unfolds in a flash, from stillness to motion in mere seconds. Antelopes react immediately, but not always fast enough. Lions' success rate is only about 30%, but during the dry season, this number increases significantly. This isn't cruelty. This is nature's way of maintaining balance. The cheetah, Zacononyx jubatus, chooses a different strategy. They hunt during the day, relying on speed. Fastest among land animals, reaching 110 km/h in just 3 seconds. Unlike lions, cheetahs hunt alone. They target young or smaller animals. Their bodies are designed for speed, not strength. The chase ends in 20 to 30 seconds. Cheetahs use non-retractable claws to increase ground grip. Long tails balance the body when changing direction at high speed. After catching prey, cheetahs must eat quickly. They're too small to defend food from lions, hyenas, or vultures, usually only 30 minutes before being robbed. The last remaining pools are now packed with crocodiles. Nile crocodiles, Crocodilus niloticus. They've existed since dinosaur times. As water recedes, crocodiles concentrate more densely. They can survive months without eating thanks to slow metabolism. heart rate drops to just 2 to 3 beats per minute. But they remain alert. Every animal coming to drink is an opportunity. Crocodiles have the strongest bite force in the animal kingdom, up to 2,200 kilo per square centimeter. The attack happens suddenly, from complete stillness to extreme violence in an instant. Crocodiles use powerful tails to lunge forward, jaws snapping shut in 1/140th of a second. Not every attack succeeds. Many prey escape through quick reflexes or luck. Crocodiles return to their original position, waiting once again. What remains after predators' meals isn't wasted. Hyenas, then vultures. Layers of animals clean up in hierarchy. Nothing is overlooked. Even beetles, ants, bacteria, all play their roles. Nutrients return to the soil, nourishing grass. Grass feeds herbivores. The circle continues. The dry season isn't just a challenge. It's nature's filtering tool. Weak individuals are eliminated. Strong genes are passed on. Populations become healthier. Spotted hyenas, Crocodile, also benefit from this season. They're not just scavengers. With a bite force of 1/100 kilo, they can crush bones, digesting what remains. After months of waiting, the sky changes. Dark clouds gather on the horizon. The air becomes humid, heavy. Animals sense something is coming. The first raindrops fall, touching parched earth, creating the distinctive smell of wet soil. This smell has a scientific name, petrichor, the scent of life returning. Within hours, the landscape transforms. Cracks in the ground are filled, puddles form, small streams flow again. The savanna drinks deeply, quenching its long-held thirst. Animals react immediately. Antelopes leap and dance in the rain. Even lions show excitement. Everything seems to breathe a sigh of relief. Within a week, grass begins to sprout. Small green shoots pierce through the dry soil. Trees put out new leaves. Green returns after months of absence. Insects appear first. Butterflies, dragonflies. They come to lay eggs. Migratory birds return from afar. They know this is the best time to breed. Food is abundant. Water is plentiful. Ideal conditions for raising young. Herbivores no longer need to migrate far. Food sources return. Young are born during this time. Survival rates are much higher than during the dry season. The rainy season will last about 6 months. Then, the sun will rain again. Clouds gradually disperse. Temperatures rise once more. And the cycle will repeat from the beginning. Africa's savanna has existed like this for millions of years. Dry and rainy seasons alternating, creating the rhythm of life. Without drought, there would be no ecosystem as we know it today. The dry season tests, the rainy season heals. This is the law of this land. And every creature here carries within them the instinct to survive through both seasons. But African nature has survived many trials. It has remarkable recovery abilities, if given the chance. Each dry season remains a challenge, but it's also testament to powerful vitality, resilience, nature's extraordinary adaptability. These stories aren't just about animals. They're about life, about the ability to survive, about how everything in nature is deeply interconnected. Africa's savanna, where each dry season brings challenges, each rainy season brings hope, and the circle of life continues to turn. When the dry season comes, the question isn't who survives, but how everything coexists in a perfect system, sculpted by millions of years of evolution. And the answer lies right before our eyes, in every creature, in every action, in every beat of the wild heart, savage Africa, where life never stops fighting. Africa, continent of extremes, where scorching sun and arid winds have sculpted lands that few have ever witnessed. Here, life is not easily granted. It must be fought for every day, every hour. But amid this harshness, two places exist like mysteries. Lake Turkana, a jade sea in the desert, and the Okavango Delta, a river that disappears into sand. Two lands unlike any other, two stories of resilient life, and the laws that nature writes in the heart of the wilderness. 1,600 kilometers to the south, another wonder is unfolding. The Okavango Delta, where the river doesn't flow to the sea. Water from Angola flows down through 1,000 kilometers, then disappears, seeps into Kalahari sand, never touches the ocean. But before disappearing, it creates a kingdom. 20,000 square kilometers, 15,000 islands, an ecological labyrinth. The strangest thing, floods come during the dry season. When the desert thirsts most, water flows in. Nature reverses itself. The islands here are not made of rock. They're built from grass, from tangled roots, from termites, the silent architects. Termites build towers 1 meter high. They excavate soil from deep below. This soil becomes the island foundation. Grass grows, trees take root, and a habitat is born. On these islands, animals find refuge. Lechwa antelope, specialists of the swamp. Wide hooves, running fast through water. Elephants come to drink. Hippos submerge themselves all day. Leopards hunt from branches. Birds nest in leaves. All share one small space. Water brings life, but also brings predators. Nile crocodiles from the Okavango River migrate with the floods, and they're hungry. Lekwe must decide quickly. Stay on the safe island, but lack grass, or cross the water to find food and face crocodiles. The chase happens in an instant. Crocodiles are fast, but lechwe are faster. In shallow water, they have the advantage. Not always. Only the strongest survive. The slowest become food. This is the only law, no exceptions. As the sunset stains the Okavango Delta red, a world full of risks and opportunities begins to awaken. Red lechwe antelope are taking advantage of fresh grass sources. They possess special hooves that help them move easily on muddy ground. But they're not alone. Lions here are rare swimming masters, having learned to hunt right in deep water environments. Patience is the supreme weapon. Lionesses use tall reed beds to conceal their heavy bodies from the prey's sight. The life and death boundary is gradually narrowing. Antelopes use acute hearing to detect the slightest disturbances in the gentle breeze. The chase erupts. Lions use powerful muscle systems to burst anaerobic energy, creating amazing speed through the water. Lechwe perform their characteristic high jumps, a clever tactic to overcome water resistance and confuse opponents. Though fierce, expending too much energy in water causes lions to tire quickly if they don't bring down their target early. An unsuccessful hunt. In nature, lion failure rates reach 70%, forcing them to be more persistent. Tomorrow will be a new opportunity. The cycle of life and death continues to operate harmoniously under the brilliant sun. African elephants play the role of ecosystem architects, their footsteps creating pathways for water flow. The rise of vegetation attracts thousands of migrating species, turning this place into the most vibrant survival arena. Bird species like jacanas and egrets exploit abundant food sources, creating a symphony of colors in the delta sky. Underwater, hippos maintain channel depths by clearing sediment layers and aquatic plants. Root systems of reeds and papyrus act as natural filters, keeping water crystal clear and absolutely pure. Massive buffalo herds move through channels, facing ambush threats from hidden assassins. Lions in Okavango have learned to adapt to flooded environments, becoming masters of swimming and hunting underwater. Elephant calves struggle to cross deep water under herd protection. Survival lessons begin with these steps. Communication among elephant herds occurs through infrasonic waves, helping them coordinate smoothly, even when obscured by tall grass. Ear flapping is not just to chase away insects, but also how elephants regulate body temperature in oppressive heat. Playing in water helps tighten social bonds within herds, an extremely important behavior for African elephants. From a close-up view, we see the extraordinary muscular strength that helps this mighty lord completely master the water. Refreshing water sprays help cool thick skin while removing annoying parasites clinging to the body. Life in Okavango is a miraculous cycle of water, earth, and the fierce survival instincts of wild species. As the day ends, Okavango still preserves its pristine beauty, continuing to write the endless epic of nature's wonders. Lake Turkana lies in northern Kenya, amid East Africa's driest land. Daytime temperatures exceed 40 degrees Celsius. Wind blows constantly. Water here is 3 times saltier than river water. No outlet. Water only evaporates under harsh sun, but life still clings on. This is the kingdom of survivors. 3,000 Nile crocodiles live around this lake, the highest density on the planet. They don't hunt here because it's easy. They stay because there's no other choice. Nile crocodiles at Turkana are larger than anywhere else. They reach 6 meters, weighing nearly 1 ton. But food here is scarce. They can go without eating for months. Hearts slow down. Bodies conserve every unit of energy. Waiting is the only strategy. When Nile perch swim past, reaction occurs in 1 second. Jaws bite with 2,000 kilograms of force. Nothing escapes. But success is not frequent. Each year, only a few dozen successful hunts. The rest is silence and waiting. Crocodiles aren't the only ones here. Nile perch, the world's largest freshwater fish, live at depths of 15 meters. They eat smaller fish. Small fish eat algae. Algae live on light and salt. That's the food chain. Fragile, but effective. African swallows come here every year, thousands of them. They forage on the water surface, avoiding crocodiles below, a delicate balance. But during breeding season, danger doubles. Bird eggs lie on shore, where crocodiles always lurk. Survival has no guarantees. Lake Turkana is changing. Rainfall decreases each year. Water levels drop. Shorelines recede further. What's scarce becomes even scarcer. If Turkana is lost, 3,000 crocodiles won't find another place. Fish species will disappear. The swallows will have to find new places. But Turkana has existed for 4 million years. It survived ice ages, through droughts. Resilience is its legacy. Here, life doesn't triumph through strength. It triumphs through patience. And patience is strength. In the heart of Africa, where morning light touches ancient tree canopies, nature is not just a survival battle, it's also an exquisite drama of adaptation. Strange behaviors, unexpected alliances, tactics that science still cannot fully decode. From tropical rainforests to arid grasslands, life has evolved along complex paths that humans have only begun to observe and understand. These are stories about intelligence, about perseverance, and about secrets that wild nature still silently keeps. In Queen Elizabeth National Park, Uganda, there's a phenomenon that even zoologists were once surprised by. Lions, Panthera leo, the species we know as ground dominators. But here, they climb trees. Not just a few individuals, but entire prides. They lie draped across thin branches, over 5 meters above ground. For an adult lion weighing nearly 200 kilograms, this is abnormal behavior. So why do they do this? The first reason is to avoid tsetse flies and blood-sucking insects. Up high, the wind blows cooler, and there are fewer insects. The second reason is observation. From elevated positions, lions can see prey from afar and monitor competing rivals. And the third reason is cultural adaptation. Lion cubs learn this behavior from their mothers. This is knowledge passed through generations. Not all lions can do this. Only individuals in Ishasha. The environment has shaped this unique behavior. Lions lying in trees, looking down at the world below, like kings without thrones, but still ruling. This is proof that even species that have dominated for millions of years can still change to survive. In the heart of Africa and South America, where rivers can disappear completely, there's a miraculous creature called the lungfish. Lungfish, Protopterus annectans, have existed for over 400 million years. They are living fossils of evolution. When dry season comes and water depletes, most fish species will die. But lungfish have a different strategy. They dig a burrow in mud, curl up, and begin secreting a mucus layer surrounding their body. This mucus layer dries to form a protective cocoon. Inside, lungfish switch to breathing with lungs instead of gills. This state is called estivation. Heart rate slows. Metabolism reduces to minimum levels. They can survive like this for many years. When rainwater returns, the first drops seep into the cocoon. Lungfish begin to wake. The mucus layer dissolves. Within hours, the fish can swim again, as if time never passed. This is absolute survival ability. Proof that life can exist even in the harshest conditions. In the Miombo forests of southern Africa, a strange relationship has existed for thousands of years. It's the symbiosis between honey-guide birds and honey badgers. Honey-guide birds, indicator, are small birds with gray-brown plumage, but their abilities far exceed that modest appearance. They can locate wild beehives from hundreds of meters away, but alone, honey-guide birds cannot break through the hard shell of beehives. And this is when the companion appears. Honey badger, Mellivora capensis, one of the most fearless animals on the planet. When honey-guide birds emit their distinctive calls, honey badgers understand that honey is nearby. An alliance begins. Birds fly from branch to branch, continuously signaling directions. Below, honey badgers silently follow, each step slow and patient. Upon reaching the hive, honey badgers use extremely strong claws to tear apart the protective layer. Their thick skin is barely affected by stings. Honey badgers take the honey and larvae. Honey-guide birds wait, and when honey badgers leave, they eat the remaining beeswax pieces. For honey-guide birds, beeswax is a valuable nutrient that few bird species can digest. This is the reward for cooperation. A wordless alliance passed down by instinct has existed long before humans began observing and recording. On the vast grasslands of Africa, a pack of wild dogs is preparing for a hunt, but not immediately. African wild dogs, Lycaon pictus, are excellent hunters with success rates up to 80%. Before each hunt, they organize a social gathering. Individuals run around each other, touch muzzles, create excited sounds. But the most notable thing is not the calls, but the sneezes. And this is not random. Researchers have discovered that wild dogs use sneezing as a form of voting, nature's referendum. This is clear evidence of an organized society where decisions don't come from a single individual, but are formed by the collective. When enough votes are collected, the wild dog pack immediately switches to action, racing into grasslands at speeds reaching 60 kilometers per hour. Their target is impala antelope. The chase lasts many minutes, requiring precise and synchronized coordination. No individual acts alone. Each assumes a specific role. This is the power of consensus. Beneath murky water, a crocodile appears like a harmless piece of rotting wood. Perfect camouflage art helps it disappear completely before prey's eyes. Bats swoop down to the river surface to drink. They don't know that hundreds of pressure-sensing organs on crocodile skin are silently tracking. An explosive strike. The crocodile lunges at 12 meters per second, utilizing jaw force of thousands of PSI to finish the target in an instant. The life-death boundary just established through a perfect ambush. The river quiets again, continuing to conceal the assassin beneath the duckweed layer. From unexpected alliances to extraordinary survival tactics, wild nature never stops surprising. These strange behaviors are not abnormalities. They are evidence of adaptation, of intelligence, of the will to live. Each species carries its own story, and each creature holds an irreplaceable role in the grand picture of life on Earth. But by 2026, many of these natural behaviors are gradually disappearing as habitats increasingly shrink. Conservation is not just preserving species. It's preserving unique behaviors, knowledge passed through generations. Because when a species disappears, we don't just lose a creature, we lose the secrets that nature is still trying to tell. Across the endless grasslands of Africa, the early sun awakens an entire world. Golden light stretches far, rousing life with every breeze. Here, millions of lives coexist. Forest elephants by the riverbank, antelopes leaping, zebras galloping across lush green hillsides. But no species wears magnificence as profoundly as these giant inhabitants. Mass, strength, and survival instincts forged over millions of years. African buffalo, Synchorus kaffir, one of the most dangerous and unpredictable animals on the dark continent. An adult buffalo can weigh up to 900 kilograms. The thick horns fuse together to form a natural shield, called the boss, a symbol of strength. Each day they move steadily, grazing, drinking water, resting under tree shade. Not noisy, but always present. Buffalo live in herds, from dozens to hundreds, but not always tightly organized. Their bonds are much looser than many other species. During the dry season, they gather near water sources. But when food is abundant, the herd may scatter, each animal foraging in its own direction. Females and calves usually stay together. Older males tend to live alone or in small groups, only returning to the herd for mating. But within this structure, a gap appears. When danger strikes, protective instincts are not always triggered. Buffalo senses are good, but not exceptional. Sharp sense of smell, but average vision. Behavioral intelligence lower than elephants or primates. This makes them slow to react. When enemies approach, many individuals don't recognize it immediately. This lack of collective vigilance becomes a weakness. African wild dogs are disciplined hunters, coordinating seamlessly to create formidable collective power. With large ears and extremely sensitive sense of smell, they can track prey across towering grasslands. The massive buffalo herd is gathering, forming a living fortress that challenges any predator. The wild dog pack begins harassment tactics, trying to find openings to separate an individual from the herd. Buffalo resist with thunderous charges, using their solid horns to defend their safety perimeter. A lightning-fast chase erupts, testing the wild dog's endurance and the buffalo herd's steadfast resolve. When cornered, buffalo often unleash extraordinary strength to drive away their encirclers. Teamwork is the most crucial weapon, enabling wild dogs to dominate targets many times their size. A bloody attack begins, the pack focusing on the weakest points to drain the opponent's strength. In nature, letting down one's guard for even a second is enough to completely change a life's fate. But the savannah suddenly falls silent when lions appear, asserting the absolute authority of the apex predator. Lionesses coordinate the ambush, their explosive power making the battle more tense than ever. Eyes full of killing intent lurk in the bushes, the predator waiting for the perfect moment to strike fatally. Battle erupts in clouds of dust, roars tearing through the quiet space, creating an incredibly tragic scene. Sharp claws dig deep into the prey's back, the lion exerting all force to pull the massive giant down to the ground. The buffalo's fierce resistance demonstrates an indomitable will to survive amid the siege of apex hunters. The buffalo herd suddenly counterattacks collectively, pushing the lions into a passive and dangerous position. The boundary between hunter and prey suddenly reverses, evidence of nature's cruelty and unpredictability. The lioness constantly watches her cubs, ensuring the next generation's safety against the buffalo's fury. As dusk falls, the survivors carry wounds and exhaustion, preparing for a night full of challenges. The cycle of life and death continues to operate, maintaining the unchanging balance of the savanna ecosystem. Under the brilliant dawn, the lioness pride begins deploying dramatic hunting tactics. Their target is the massive buffalo herd, animals famous for their ferocity and formidable strength. At the still water source, the boundary between life and death suddenly becomes more fragile than ever for the buffalo herd. Lionesses silently close in on their prey, each step soft, leaving no sound whatsoever. Jackals and bat-eared foxes stand watching from afar, witnesses to the savanna battle. Buffalo counterattack with sharp horns, trying to push back the enemies surrounding them. A chase explodes amid the dust clouds, testing the speed and persistence of the matriarchal hunters. Vultures have begun appearing in the sky, signaling a bloody conclusion about to unfold. The lioness charges full force straight at the prey, sharp claws digging into the thick hide. The struggle unfolds incredibly fiercely, where the buffalo herd's survival will is tested by collective power. The buffalo struggles desperately to escape the siege, demonstrating the fierce survival instinct of all species. The lion pride's persistence is rewarded when they find an opening to bring down the massive giant. The decisive bite to the throat locks the prey's breath, ending a merciless battle. The buffalo finally falls, affirming the absolute authority of the apex predator on this land. The male lion appears to assert his status, ensuring his priority at the Savannah feast. The abundant meal provides precious energy for the entire pride through the harsh days ahead. Scavengers patiently wait for openings, hoping to receive scraps left behind by the apex predator. As the sun sets, the savanna returns to its inherent peace, hiding the traces of battle. A new day is about to begin with new challenges, continuing the endless survival story of nature. Nature is always cruel but fair, maintaining the miraculous balance between hunter and prey. Strong yet vulnerable, giant yet not invincible, this is the African buffalo. And on this land, amid relentless challenges, they still live, still reproduce, still symbolize unwavering strength. This is the African savanna, where life is never simple, where each species writes its own story in evolution's eternal book. And the buffalo, with all its weaknesses, remains an indispensable part of that picture. Under the African sun, the river flows gently across the savanna. Its surface reflects the sky, creating a peaceful picture. But that calm is only an illusion. Beneath the dark water, danger is waiting. This is the realm of ancient rulers. The Nile crocodile, a massive reptile over 5 meters long and weighing more than 250 kilograms, is a master of ambush. With a bite force reaching 2,500 psi, countless lives are taken every day by these living traps. The leopard, one of the fastest predators on the savanna, moves silently toward the riverbank, searching for prey. An antelope is drinking on the opposite bank. The distance is ideal. The leopard calculates its approach. To reach the far bank, it must cross the river. The water is shallow, less than half a meter deep. It looks safe. The leopard steps in. Cool water surrounds its legs as it begins to cross, eyes fixed on the antelope ahead. But it does not know that beneath the surface, a pair of eyes has locked onto it. A crocodile has been waiting for this moment. With swimming bursts of 12 to 14 kilometers per hour, the crocodile explodes upward like an arrow. There is no time to react. Jaws clamp around the leopard's neck. Enormous force drags it instantly beneath the water. The leopard struggles desperately. Claws scrape the surface, searching for purchase, but in vain. The crocodile holds its prey underwater until it drowns. This tactic rarely fails. Within minutes, it is over. The apex predator on land becomes prey in the water. The antelope on the opposite bank remains unharmed, unaware that a tragedy has occurred just dozens of meters away. In lion society, females play a crucial role, both skilled hunters and devoted mothers protecting the pride. Lion cubs stay close to their mothers, learning survival skills for life on the harsh savanna. The river ahead hides deadly threats, where giant crocodiles silently wait for anything that dares to cross. Though dominant on land, lions are cautious in water, where they lose their speed advantage entirely. Lion cubs must swim with all their strength, trying not to draw the attention of freshwater killers. The lioness constantly scans her surroundings, ready to face any danger to protect every member of the pride. Crocodiles detect even the slightest vibrations on the surface. Their lethal jaws are ready for a lightning strike. Tension peaks as the encounter draws near. This is the ultimate test of courage for the lion family. Unity and maternal instinct carry the pride across the line between life and death, allowing the journey to continue. Two male lions advance, strength and authority evident in every powerful step. Beneath the calm water, crocodiles lie in wait, ready to attack any intruder. The lions step into the river cautiously, knowing this is an environment where their advantage disappears. A massive crocodile silently closes in, the patience of an ancient hunter about to be rewarded. The battle erupts midstream. The crocodile launches a lightning strike, trying to drag the lion into the depths. Amid swirling water and mud, the lion fights with all its strength, but cannot escape the crushing jaws. The other male reaches the bank and turns back, watching his companion vanish into the reddened water. African wild dogs are among the most relentless predators, their mottled coats providing perfect camouflage. At the water's edge, a small antelope stands at the brink of life and death as the pack closes in. The chase unfolds in seconds, the dogs driving the prey toward the river to cut off escape. With no other choice, the antelope plunges into the water, risking the dangers below. But the river is not peaceful. Massive hippos are enraged by the intrusion. The antelope is now trapped between the hippo's violent jaws and the dogs waiting on the bank. The wild dogs remain patient, knowing the antelope cannot stay submerged for long. From the murky depths, another silent killer emerges. A crocodile moves in, unseen. A lightning strike ends the antelope's fate. The river claims victory in the struggle for survival. The search for life begins in dry lands, where millions of animals set out on migration. Wildebeest and zebras form a living torrent, traveling thousands of kilometers driven by instinct. Tireless legs cross unforgiving terrain, heading toward promised green plains. Ahead lies the greatest trial, the raging Mara River, where death lurks beneath muddy waters. When the lead animal leaps, a mass crossing begins, creating scenes of chaos and raw drama. Zebras and wildebeest surge into the river, battling strong currents and jagged rocks. Below the surface, giant Nile crocodiles are already waiting, prepared for a bloody ambush. Attacks erupt in an instant, turning the river into a brutal arena where survival hangs by a thread. Many animals fall, becoming sustenance for predators and sustaining nature's harsh balance. The lucky survivors press on, continuing the epic tale of endurance and life. One cycle ends, another begins. Nature remains cruel, yet endlessly extraordinary. Crocodiles maintain balance by removing the weak, keeping animal populations strong. They are an essential part of the ecosystem. And however brutal it may be, this is how nature has functioned for millions of years. Every day, countless lives are taken, and countless new lives are born. The circle continues. The river keeps flowing, crocodiles keep waiting, and life on the African savanna goes on, fierce, powerful, and full of vitality. Dawn in the Kalahari. The first light spreads across the golden sand. The savanna begins to awaken. Here, a small creature begins its journey. Its body weighs only 9 kilograms, yet its reputation far exceeds its size. This is the honey badger, Mellivora capensis, the most fearless carnivore in Africa. Its black and white coat is not for camouflage, but a warning. Through millions of years of evolution, it has become a symbol of defiance. Today, we will see why. The Kalahari savanna stretches across 3 countries. Daytime temperatures reach 45 degrees Celsius. Water is scarce. Yet life persists. Springbok forage among the bushes. Ostriches cross the sand, and the honey badger hunts in the shadows. This is the land of the strongest. Lions, cheetahs, hyenas, all are apex hunters, yet none dare underestimate the honey badger. The honey badger does not flee. It does not avoid. It moves with the confidence of a creature without natural enemies. Its skin is 2 centimeters thick, nearly impenetrable. Its immune system resists the venom of snakes and bees. Evolution has given it perfect armor. But its greatest weapon is not its body. It is limitless courage. The honey badger is an omnivore. Its diet includes more than 60 species, from insects to small mammals. Its claws are 4 centimeters long, designed to dig hard ground. In 1 hour, it can dig half a meter deep. As the afternoon sun lowers, a female honey badger rests outside her burrow. Inside, 3 cubs are sleeping. They're only 6 weeks old. But the savanna is never safe. A lone hyena is patrolling. Its nose catches a strange scent, the scent of vulnerable life. Hyenas are opportunistic predators. The young of any species are easy targets. It approaches the burrow step by step. The female honey badger wakes. Maternal instinct sounds the alarm. She smells danger and rises immediately. The hyena reaches the entrance. It is twice her size, 50 kilograms versus 25. But the honey badger does not retreat. She steps forward, placing herself between the enemy and her cubs. Fangs bared, a low growl warns. This is no bluff. The hyena attacks, charging straight in, but the honey badger is faster. She dodges aside and bites hard into the front leg. The hyena yelps in pain and recoils, but it does not give up. It attacks again, trying to push past her. The fight is fierce. Dust fills the air. Roars echo across the savannah. The honey badger fights like a warrior, every bite aimed at a weak point. She finds an opening and sinks her teeth into the hyena's right leg. Bone and tendons are damaged. The hyena can no longer stand. The hyena understands it has lost. Limping back, blood dripping in onto the sand, it retreats into the darkness. She returns to the burrow. The cubs stir. Unaware of the battle outside, they nurse and fall asleep again, safe once more. The honey badger, a small creature bearing the title of the most reckless animal on Earth, with unmatched courage. With an extremely sensitive sense of smell, it can precisely locate prey buried deep beneath dry ground. Its diet is highly diverse, from small reptiles to unfortunate young crocodiles. Powerful jaws and sharp claws allow it to break through the hardest shells of any food source. Nothing can stop its hunger, not even creatures protected by thick scales. A miraculous resistance to venom allows it to calmly consume meals laced with deadly toxins. Digging is its specialty. Powerful forelimbs allow it to create deep burrows in minutes. Persistence is its ultimate weapon. It can spend hours dragging prey from deep underground. Every meal is a battle, but in the honey badger's world, surrender does not exist. Even the most venomous snakes hesitate before a creature with skin 6 millimeters thick. Loose skin allows it to twist and bite back, even when firmly gripped by an enemy. Its stark black and white coloring is a clear warning to any intruder. A solitary lifestyle forces the honey badger to face every danger alone, including encounters with big cats. The greatest challenge appears. A pride of lions grows curious and approaches its territory. Instead of fleeing, the honey badger confronts them head-on, releasing aggressive growls. Lions often hesitate because the energy cost of killing it far outweighs the value of the meal. The honey badger's bites target the face, inflicting extremely painful wounds. Despite their numbers, the lions struggle against its agility and relentless ferocity. When cornered, the honey badger uses lightning-fast digging to disappear into safety. Deep burrows and fierce resistance from within cause the lions to lose patience and retreat. Once again, grit and stubborn courage carry the honey badger through an uneven fight. The honey badger, known as the most reckless animal in the world, strolls confidently across a white salt plain. But it has caught the attention of a clan of spotted hyenas. These matriarchal predators probe their target with keen senses. Hyenas possess a bite force of up to 1,100 psi, but the honey badger's 6 millimeter thick, loose skin allows it to twist and counter-bite instantly. Beyond its armored hide, the honey badger also has anal scent glands that release an overpowering odor, weakening the enemy's resolve. Attack is the best defense. The honey badger charges straight at the hyenas, snarling fiercely, aiming directly for faces and eyes. A chase erupts along a dusty trail. Its contrasting black and white coat stands as a bold warning to any aggressor. On the open road, the hyena's persistence is tested. They realize the energy cost of bringing down this stubborn foe is too high. In the end, the hyenas yield. The honey badger continues its solitary journey, once again proving the courage of the fearless. In the natural world, survival is not about strength, but about adaptability. And the honey badger has mastered it. Thousands of years from now, they will still be here, walking on hot sand, facing danger without retreat. Because that is their nature. Not the biggest, not the fastest, but the bravest. And on the African savanna, that is all that is needed to survive. Dawn breaks over the African savanna, the first rays of sunlight cut through the mist, where life begins and death lurks. This is the world of the young, where every day is a trial and every minute is a fight for survival. To be born on the African savanna is to be given a chance, but only those strong enough, fast enough, and lucky enough will survive. Welcome to the battle for survival, where instinct is tested from the very first moment, and only the strongest earn a tomorrow. During the calving season, within just 3 weeks, 500,000 wildebeest calves are born, 24,000 each day, nearly 1,000 every hour. A calf must stand within minutes and run within an hour. There is no choice, only run or die. All around them, hyenas, wild dogs, lions, and cheetahs wait patiently for a moment of weakness, for a single mistake. The statistics are brutal. Only 1 in 10 calves will survive to adulthood. Luck does not always smile. African wild dogs, Lycaon pictus, are the perfect cooperative hunters. Now it is their breeding season, and deep inside a den, a litter awaits. 12 pups lie blind and helpless, completely dependent on the pack. Every member helps, shares food, and protects the young. But danger is never far. Hyenas, their ancient rivals, twice their size and 3 times their strength, invade their territory. The wild dogs do not flee. They counterattack with speed and coordination, driving the hyenas away from the pups' safe zone. To feed their young, wild dogs must hunt wildebeest, weighing up to 150 kilograms, 3 times their own weight. Strategy is their greatest weapon. They do not bite to kill, they bite to weaken, targeting legs, belly, and muzzle until the prey slows and finally collapses. The food is carried back, chewed, and regurgitated for the pups. Every member sacrifices for the next generation. Yet the greatest threat is not the hyenas, but a silent kidnapper, the honey badger, a specialist in stealing the young. While the pack is hunting, the honey badger slips deep into the den, seizes a pup, and disappears in silence. The cry of distress is heard. The wild dogs rush back, surround the intruder, and trap the honey badger in enemy territory. The wild dogs do not rush in blindly. Their strategy shifts from killing to exhausting, bite after bite, relentless and precise. Finally, the honey badger is exhausted, drops the pup, and escapes. A victory of instinct where family bonds prevail. Meanwhile, high in a tree, a leopard, Panthera pardus, is also raising young, 2 cubs just 3 months old. The mother must hunt to produce milk and feed her cubs. She leaves them in the tree, the safest place, and slips away quietly. She catches a young antelope weighing 30 kilograms, enough to feed the family, and drags it into the tree. But the scent of blood attracts unwanted guests. Lions smell the kill and arrive. The leopard cannot fight them, so she abandons the prey and flees to survive. A curious young lion climbs the tree, searching for more, and discovers 2 leopard cubs hidden in a hollow. Luck intervenes. The lion cub is too large to fit inside. It claws and snarls, but cannot reach them. Eventually, the lion gives up and leaves with the pride. The cubs survive thanks to a hollow tree and a bit of luck. The leopard mother returns, calls softly, and the cubs emerge. They are reunited. Another day survived, another lesson learned. Weeks later, the cubs are stronger. The mother decides to bring them down for the first time to explore the world below. Danger appears in the form of a rival male leopard, an intruder who could kill the cubs to claim the female. The mother charges to confront him, but at the same moment, another threat lies in wait. Hyenas watching closely. The hyenas seize the opportunity and rush toward the cubs. Hearing their cries, the mother must choose between driving off the intruder or saving her young. Maternal instinct wins. She abandons the male and launches herself at the hyenas with fierce determination. Against all odds, a mother's courage prevails. She tears her cub from deadly jaws just in time. The cub is wounded but alive. A scar remains, a lesson learned. The outside world is unforgiving, and only the vigilant survive. Back with the wild dogs, the pups are growing. It is time to leave the den and move to safer ground, a journey filled with risk. 12 pups move in a line, too many to fully protect. The slowest will become targets. Lions encounter them by chance, two females spotting opportunity in a moving pack with vulnerable young. The wild dogs sense danger but cannot run fast with pups. They must fight to protect their young at all costs. The lions charge, not at the adults, but at the weakest and slowest, separating it from the pack. "11 pups remain, and the journey continues. A painful lesson is learned. Not all will make it, but the pack must go on." A week later, they reach a new den, safer and farther away. 11 pups have learned their first lesson of life. Across the vast savanna, thousands of wildebeest calves are now 3 weeks old, faster and stronger, yet still vulnerable. Wild dogs hunt again, targeting the herd, not the adults, but the calves, easier to isolate and bring down. A calf runs at full speed, 60 kilometers per hour. But wild dogs reach 65 and take turns, never tiring. The weakening strategy continues, biting legs, belly and muzzle until the calf slows, collapses, and is exhausted. Death comes quickly, part of the natural cycle, food for the wild dog pups so they may grow and survive. A leopard cub, now 5 months old, more confident and curious, wanders alone while its mother hunts. A leopard cub, now 5 months old, more confident and curious, wanders alone while its mother hunts. Wild dogs spotted a lone leopard cub without its mother, a rare opportunity. They charge within seconds. The cub is brought down, the end swift and brutal. A harsh lesson for the leopard mother: never leave a cub alone. The mother returns, searching and calling, but there is no answer, only silence and tracks on the ground. A lesson written in blood, teaching the cost of a single mistake. In the final month of the dry season, the savanna grows harsher. Water is scarce, food limited, and survival pressure rises for all species. The young must learn faster and mature sooner. What does not kill them makes them stronger. The African savanna forgives no mistakes and offers no second chances. But those who survive earn their right to live. This is the African savanna, where only the strongest survive, where instinct is the weapon and hope is the only thing that endures.